Okay, next Goodwill find turntable. And again, I didn't find this. It was a part of a batch of turntables that someone purchased from thrift shops or Goodwills over time. And they passed, and we bought a whole bunch of these. Technics SL1300. This did not come with a head shell. This was just, I threw this on there because it says Technics on it. And I thought that would complement this table rather than buy an aftermarket. Head shell does not have a dust cover. So I did check all the functions of this and everything works. So the arm automatically travels to the beginning of a record. It automatically returns at the end of the record. I haven't tested sound. The speed, and I'll show you what's going on with the speed. Let me just do it and show you. So basically this has it has like dirty pots. We have to go and clean the controls on it, but I will show you that. I'll turn off the light. You can see the strobe down here. So as you can see, arm lifts up, moves over to the beginning of the record, drops the needle, and if I turn this 33 control pot, pitch control pot, I don't know if you can see the dots, but they go back and forth, they go a little crazy, so dirty controls for sure. Probably needs to also be adjusted. 45 is the same. And then at the end of the record, it returns. So functionally, seems to be okay. So what I will do is, I'm going to remove the platter. And first, I'm going to flip this over and clean those controls. Now there are two additional control pots here that I believe I can clean when I flip this over underneath. And I'll clean these as well, and what I'll do, like I've done on several turntables, I'll center these pitch control pots and, or you know, get them as close to center as I can, and then I'll do a manual adjustment. This does not have a lubricating oil down here. Thank goodness. It has leaked all over this though, so. And I think what I am going to do first is just clean this off. There's a lot of grime and grit and oil and stuff, so I'm going to do that first, and then we'll flip it over and we'll clean the controls. I'll end up wiping this down several times. So when I find a dust cover, I will clean this off again. So that was just kind of the initial degunking. And I'm looking for, so I know that there are aftermarket dust covers readily available. These feet are trashed. I'm just going to put some new, try to find some new pads for the bottom of these feet. I have some, I just don't think they're going to be, well, they might be big enough, because this material is gone. This one's all chewed up and bent pretty bad. This may have been dropped, and I may actually have some, I don't think I have any Technics 1300 feet, but. So here's what's going on with this one foot. It's all mangled. This foot's all jacked, so I have to see if I can straighten that out. Going back to the dust cover, I know there are aftermarket covers available. This is missing a whole bunch of screws. So it was missing all the screws. Would you look at that? That's interesting. Not one screw. Not one screw in there. And those are pretty long screws. I don't know if I have any that will fit this. I may have to buy some. I do have a container of screws down here, but I'll have to go through those later and see if I can find any that fit. So the first thing I'm going to do is hit this with some, I'm trying to get rid of this thing of contact cleaner, so I might be near the end on this one. And what I like to do is just spray them in place. You can remove this. Yeah, this might be out. Oh, there we go. I like to spray this in place. And it's loose, so someone has been in here. Maybe someone tried to clean these before. I don't know. But the thing is, you've got these controls. Whoops, I realize I'm not really showing you. You have these controls, so these are the 33 and 45 pitch controls accessible from the top. You also have these two variable resistors. And I believe that's, yeah, you can feel them underneath there. And those need to be cleaned as well. I might be able to, well, no, I can't really remove that board because it's soldered in place. So I'll spray from the top and kind of spray and pray. We'll see what this does for speed regulation for this turntable. All right, that feels pretty good. Now I'm going to hit these at least twice, but I want this to, I like to flush it with the WD-40 contact cleaner or like CRC contact cleaner. Again, this is not WD-40, it's contact cleaner. And then I like to hit it with Fader lube. I may not be able to get these with this can. Yeah, I got them. And I can actually turn those, it appears, from underneath. So we will do that. Oh, maybe not. Nope, they're not accessible from underneath. So I will flip this on its side. And just turn them back and forth here. So either set of pitch controls can cause issues with the turntable. Oh, screwdriver popped out. And the speed selector switch can also cause issues. Alright, so I think that was about 20 times each. Those are adjusted to the middle position. And now, let's see, that speed. It's just an Omron, well, Matsushita. It's a Matsushita switch. A little bit of contact cleaner in there won't probably do much, but it won't hurt either. Let's see if I can get a little bit in there. Right. And I'm going to pop the bottom back on. Well, actually, you know, before I do that, I'm going to remove this foot. See if I can straighten that out. So I'm just taking, I know it's off camera, but I'm just taking a pair of vice grips and loosening the nuts. There's a nut here. I just loosen this nut with my vice grips. And see if I can pop that back down through there like so. And you can see that thing is in pretty rough shape. I don't know. So my thinking is I can pop this in the vise and straighten it out. So my vise is off camera over here to the left. And flattening it out a little bit. Man, that is really bad. Nope, that didn't really do much of anything to it. And it's like a rubberized, foot. That's really unfortunate. That is really unfortunate. So what I do in situations like this, I do have some extra feet. I don't know that I have any that will fit the 1300. Like, I don't think I have any 1300 feet specifically. But it wouldn't surprise me if I didn't. Or if I do. And I'm not above just putting new feet on it either. So like, I can put 4 of these on it. These came from a Denon. Some model Denon, not sure what the model is, but some of the foam is missing off of the feet. Like this one was missing. But again, I can put some little felt pads here. So I think what I may do is put these Denon feet on it. I should be able to get something together here. I actually have all the screws, so the table will sit up a little bit higher, but that is not a problem in my eyes at all. And I've been holding on to these feet for a long time, so this will be good. Repurpose them. So here are the Denon feet. Just pulling some of this fuzz off. And what I've also done in the past is I just buy big isolation pods, stick them to the bottom. You know, they actually provide really good damping isolation for the table. So I've done that fairly regularly in the past as well. I think these feet came off of a DP37F is what they were on, but I'm not completely sure. So I think the washers, and a washer there. Hopefully these will work. Okay, so I'm going to work on feet, and I'll just do that off camera. I'm going to remove all the feet and then screw the new ones in, and crossing my fingers, hope that these will work. And that will also give that contact cleaner some additional time to dry, so I can hit them again with some Fader lube, and hopefully they'll be all right. And I can also just remove the screws from these feet. I think that might be the preferred way to go. Just reuse these. So anyway, that's what I'll be doing off camera. I don't know, I guess I didn't record what I meant to record. It's been one of those days today. So anyway, I cleaned the strobe band on the outside of the platter. I put the feet on. The feet fit the little pockets on the underside perfectly. I had some Technics screws that I had that I put in there. And now I'm just going through speed regulation. I'll show you the feet when I'm done with the whole thing, or maybe I'll do it right after this. But right now I'm trying to get the speed dialed in. So I am slowly kind of adjusting this 33 pot to where this has been kind of centered, close to centered, at least as far as I can tell. And what I'm doing is I'm just going through and adjusting that 33 pot there to try to get the speed a little bit better regulated. So anyway, I'm going to keep doing this, adjusting it until I get the speed dialed in, and then I'll come back. All right, got it connected to the receiver in the garage. Super quiet. Hopefully the RCA cables are working. Looks like they have been replaced, so I don't think they are original. But let's fire it up and see what happens. Speed's been regulated. It's a little wonky during the start and stop. Oops. Whoa. Must have bumped that. Well, it sounds good. Sounds great. And I'm going to turn the light off. Speed is really good, really steady on 33. So I still have some cosmetic cleanup to do that I will finish when I get the dust cover. And I want to show you the feet in case I didn't. Again, sometimes I forget to click record. I get so engrossed in what I'm doing here that I forget to hit the button sometimes. So I'll show you the feet. And if I already showed you, then I'll just edit this part out and I'll cut directly to me saying, as always, if you like what you see, hit like, hit subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. I will probably come back to this once I get a dust cover, and I'll show you the final cleaned up product. But here are the feet. Right, so feet went right into little pockets here, and the feet were fat at the bottom, and then there was a shorter kind of support area. They went right into. They were the perfect size for a little cutout in the bottom, and then I just put these little felt pads on. So nothing fancy. Again, this turntable kind of is what it is. So anyway, I'll see you when we get a dust cover for this.